chair back. Guten Tag. Hello, namaste, my witchlings. Oh. All right. One last little thing to finish. Ow! Okay. Hello, hello. Namaste, my witchlings. Hey, Jinx. Hey, Irish. Hey, John. I saw you're here too. Oh, ow. All right. All right, close enough from work to do. Oh, hey, cat. All right, here we go. Oh, nope. All right. Oh. Hey, Mimi, I see you. Ow, ripping my brains out with the hair here. Overslept this morning. Oh, had chaos when I tried to take the dogs out. The blondes didn't want to go potty in the backyard. They wanted to go for a long walk, and I said, hey, no. So, yeah, took the other side of the main drag outside here and discovered there were two other dogs walking towards us, so we just kind of turned around and went back to our side of the road. Hey, Alan. What do you mean, Jinx? I am in Seattle, and I have, well, Irish is in Ireland, John Clark is in England, Melissa Olson is in Minnesota, and yeah, and then, shit, I can't remember her name, but she's down in Oregon, so yeah, I have people from all over here. Yep, chaos, anarchy, and confusion. Who, what, huh? Yep. We got a couple of people who pop in from Portland occasionally, so yeah. Yeah, we did. We used to call Puget Sound our pond here. So, you know, our side of the pond as opposed to their side. As we were discussing yesterday, our Alan's from Barcelona. That is cool. We were discussing yesterday the fact that most European countries are the size of American states. So, no, I don't think they're really going to be in hugely different time zones like we are here. Oh, man, my hair is all sorts of tangled today. Yeah, because it is currently early afternoon for us, and, okay, we'll take John and Irish as an example. They are in completely separate countries, both part of the UK, but I believe it's the same time for them. So it is 1:45 p.m. here, which means it's like 9:45 for them. Or 9:45 for them. Derp. Yeah, it's usually midnight when we wrap up. There we go. 9:45, yep. All right, there we go. And I keep smacking the mic. I am so sorry, guys. I meant to have this done this morning. Oh, no. That's okay. He said Six Flag, and my mind automatically went to Six Flags. I want to go ride roller coasters now, but my back would not be happy. Oh, shit, Now that I think of it, I bet I can't ride roller coasters because of my neck. Well, that sucks, big fat hairy donkey balls. Yep, 3:45 for Mimi. Sounds about right. So I pulled a big oopsie yesterday. I was trying to send a Facebook reel to a bunch of my friends and actually oopsed trying to back out of it, and it just created a group chat and notified everybody that I'd created a group chat but said nothing. And me being me, I just deleted it going, hey, okay, I'm not sending anything. And then I'm chit-chatting with the non-biological daughter on Messenger, and my son calls, and they're both like, so what's up with this group chat? And I'm like, oh dear God, I oopsed, and then I nuked it, so can one of you let them know? And they're like, yeah, sure. And then I open Messenger, back out into, the main Messenger window to discover that most of the people I had added to that chat are now spamming it with cat pictures. And I'm like, I am so not complaining. Yeah, Six Flags is an amusement park with all kinds of roller coasters. There are at least 4 of them that I can think of. There's one in Texas, one in Illinois, one in Southern California, and I think the 4th one that I'm remembering is like in New England or some shit. Six Flags is Great America, darling. Six Flags Great America is LA. Oh, where is it? Oh, okay, so there's two Six Flags in California. Hey, where did the opal go? Oh, well. Ah. Which flag is it, Irish? Technically south of LA. Anyway, yes, Irish. You and John are in the same time zone. Pop that back where it belongs. Put this on. All right. I think I might actually be ready to get started here. That light's on, that light's on, that light's on. Yes. Ha-ha. I am feeling yup. Furry little bastard. Every time I get up, he steals my chair. Doesn't matter if it's my office chair, the living room chair, he just steals my chair. Oh, and now he's leaving me. I am terrified of heights, Mimi, but I absolutely love roller coasters. And the best part of it is you're strapped in, so you're safe. And you really don't have, except at the very beginning or the very end of the ride, you really don't have the opportunity to look and see how high you are. Although you do kind of get stuck looking up as you're going clunk, 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 clunk up the first hill. But oh God. I used to be terrified of the roller coasters that would spin you upside down. And then I was at it's called Wild Waves. It's a small amusement park here. It's got some rides, but it's mostly a water park. And they have just the Wheel of Fire, which is just the circle part. Oh my God, it's so much fun. But I'm weird. Oh, quick rundown of last night, by the way. I had, oh my God, so much fun. It was great. The only thing that I disliked about it is when Slim Sherry came out, Sherry Dindal. They hyped it up by saying, will a real Slim Sherry please stand up? And, I don't remember what Dad Bod Veteran walked out to. But it was something I knew. It was like Back in Black or some shit like that. Then Professor Nick walked out to Smells Like Teen Spirit. Kelly Mano was another equally awesome A. Oh, she walked out to Thrift Shop by Macklemore. And then, Sherry, they're like, will the real Slim Sherry please stand up? So you're expecting this woman to walk out to fucking Eminem, right? No, they played Barracuda, which honestly fits her well too, but the way they hyped it up, you were just expecting Eminem. No, it's not a Gen X. Actually, technically, well, no, it's more of a millennial thing. But that wouldn't Thrift Shop also be a millennial song? She might be, but I know Dad Bod is, because Dad Bod is a year younger than I am. He looks older than me, though. Oh, Barracuda is an awesome song. Of course, John. And then the way they ended the show, they played "Don't Stop Believin'" by Journey. Yes! It was fun. So if you caught the fact that I accidentally uploaded a video to my channel last night, I uploaded about a 2-minute video that I took last night. No? Oh, it was a 16-second clip. I thought it was one of the longer ones. But yeah, that was a little bit of what we saw last night. It was great. Oh, I had a blast. I had a blast. And my bonus kid, Kat, who went with, she was expecting to go in and just kind of, okay, yeah, mom's enjoying herself. She identified with a lot more of it than she was expecting to. That's cool. All right. Oh, my back is so not happy today. All right. Hey, look at that. I can grab the wick trimmer without trying to knock my monitor off. How about them apples? I did not entirely realize that I had uploaded it. So, yeah, I apologize for not giving the man behind the curtain a heads up that it had happened. There we go. I see that. What am I doing? I'm looking for a lighter. Where did my lighter go? I would lose my head if it was not attached. There it is. You did? Oh, I love you. Ha ha! Because I gotta remelt the candle. I am so glad it's Friday, y'all, because this week is just exhausting. Doink. All right. Oh no, that's my normal daily life, John. Yeah, FUBAR is my normal here. Snafu, situation normal, all up. All right. Oh, we're due to get an inch of rain tomorrow. That's going to be so much fun. I know. It said yesterday that we were supposed to get an inch of rain tomorrow. So, oh God. Oof, a 4-day weekend. I loved those when I was in school. All right. I think we're ready. May I have my notes, please? 4-day week. Oh, yeah. I survived having a house full of 3 teenagers. Poor Sherry last night. So this woman is in her early 50s. So she is fighting through perimenopause herself. I'm assuming her wife is around the same age, so is also dealing with the same bullshit. And they have did I say 11-year-old or a 12-year-old? Anyway, a tween girl and a 15-year-old daughter. And she's like, my crazy and their crazy are beating heads with each other. And yeah, and I'm like, yeah, are you ready to rumble? Because I lived with one AFAB teenager. It was not fun, and I was not yet fighting perimenopause. We need to put a space there. Oops. Okay. Doink. Okay. That's okay. We'll deal with it. Hey, I can actually see my notes now. That's so much better. Good luck. All right, I'm going to now say, let's please be mindful of the energy we bring into this space. And also, please be respectful in my chat, because if you are not, Arnold and the mods will be finding you with the ban hammer. Ha ha ha.
Hasta la vista, baby.
All right. Now that that is done, it's time for me to drink some more coffee, because this is my first cup of coffee for the day. And Witchy Mama needs caffeine. All right. I haven't eaten breakfast yet either. Let's do this shit. All right. Today's reading calls us to release what no longer serves and move towards balance and abundance. Namaste reminds us to find our center of power, while self-compassion whispers to be gentle with our touch, even towards ourselves. Oh no, I didn't transcribe Moment of Zen. All right. All right. Hello. How are we doing today? I am here. Namaste, my witchlings. Welcome to Di's Daily Divinations and Self-Care. This is where magic meets mindfulness, where we weave together the sacred spiral flow, honoring the day, listening to the cards, and caring for ourselves along the way. So, fuck you. Welcome back, or if you are new here, hey, hi, hello, and welcome. Each day we flow with the sacred spiral, and I am Di, your favorite yoga witch, and guide through this spiral. So let's step into today's spiral together. So go grab your favorite crystal. I'm going for my garnet because it's easy to grab right now. Go grab your favorite crystal, light your candle or some incense, cozy up with your coffee, tea, or whatever brew fills your mug today. And let's step into today's spiral of wisdom and self-care together. Don't forget to do the whole like, share, and subscribe thing. It helps our Witchling circle grow and keeps our daily spiral spinning. And I am drinking coffee. We begin, as always, by lighting our candle, and so you know, we celebrate birthdays, anniversaries, and milestones of our Witchling family. If you want to be honored, well, then you need access to the Discord, where you can give me your information, and to do that, you need to hop over to patreon.com/DieTheYogaWitch and sign up for the coven there. All tiers, including free, get you access. All right. I feel bad. With yesterday being my bonus kiddo's birthday, I missed another one, and I feel really, really bad about that. So, you know what? We don't have any birthdays today, so I am going to honor her today. All right. I take full ownership of having forgotten it yesterday, so... Yesterday was an amazing young woman that I had the immense pleasure of working with her birthday. Yesterday, an amazing young woman that I had the very, very immense pleasure of working with celebrated her birthday. Get it right, Di. Amelia, I do hope it was a really, really great birthday for you. Happy birthday. Ha. All right, now. As I light our flame, may our light be a beacon of hope in the darkness for those stumbling or lost along the way. We also hold this light for survivors and victims of gun violence in the United States, remembering them in our circle. And with the lighting of our candle, our sacred circle is closed, and we invite the ancestors to join us on our journey here today. Clunk. All right, my darling dears, let's get on to the holidays. We're going to remind you again, though, please do the whole like, share, and subscribe thing, because it does increase our circle of witchlings, which keeps our daily spiral turning. Am I the only one envisioning as the world turns? Hey, Amir. I do not have a WhatsApp number right now. Yes, when Microsoft retired Vista, we should have said hasta la vista. I like it. We did. All right, so we have some holidays. Oh, no. Son of a sea biscuit. I did it, but I forgot to copy pasta it. Here we go. Give me just one quick second. I have my moments where days are great and others not so great. Today is one of those not so greats because, well, yeah. All right. Our holidays for today. We have... Yeah, you know what? We're going to actually back up a smidge and say... Before we go diving into the cards, can we see what holidays today brings? Well, first is the... First, we have International Day of the Girl Child. We honor every girl's voice today, strength, and limitless potential. May we uplift, educate, and empower the girls who will shape tomorrow's world. Next, this one's for me. National Motorcycle Ride Day. Today, throttle open, heart free. Today celebrates the pure magic of the open road and the meditative rhythm of the ride. Whether on two wheels or in spirit, feel the wind of freedom brush your soul. Go get some wind therapy today. And then for my spoonies and those who understand this, World Hospice and Palliative Care Day. Today we honor those who offer comfort at life's threshold. The caregivers, nurses, and healers who bring dignity to our final journeys. Light a candle for all who walk between worlds with grace. I love it. She does now. All right, let's see. Man, I have my motorcycle endorsement. I am a licensed driver. But about the time I got my motorcycle endorsement, my father-in-law decided he wanted to start drag racing, and he roped the man behind the curtain into it. And unfortunately, drag racing season and motorcycle season are the same time of year. That's what it's sitting on. Freaking white wick on a white plate. And I can't figure out why my candle isn't sitting right. Losing my shit here, y'all. That is true. It is my candle. There's no way it's going to be straight. All right, y'all. Uh-oh. Shall we move on to actually, doing the cards here? Let's do that. Fucking hair. All right. Our first card today is Someone is Unhappy, followed by Closure, and, well, Never Again. And they are telling us someone is unhappy. So, oh God, I did it again. All right. Someone is unhappy, so they choose to walk away seeking peace through closure. With that final step, a powerful resolve forms within. Never again. This is the soul's way of reclaiming its strength, learning from pain, and walking forward lighter, wiser, and free from what once bound the heart. Wonderful. We're having a Friday here, y'all. All right. Let's move on to the tarot. What does the tarot have to tell us today? Well, our first tarot card is the Seven of Pentacles reversed. All right, there we go. Better? There we go. Now you can actually see it. First card is the Seven of Pentacles reversed. This one is telling us unexpected expenses, and you need to be conscious of security and check all those financial transactions. Next, we have the Ten of Pentacles. Financial security. Strong family bond with peace and harmony at home. And then finally, the Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles tells us that we are entitled to financial assistance. Oh, great. It's an insurance commercial. The Seven of Pentacles. I do it again. One of these days I'll remember to pause. Getting there. Getting there. The Seven of Pentacles reversed cautions against careless spending and urges you to stay alert to financial security. Review your transactions carefully. The Ten of Pentacles promises lasting stability ahead, while the Six of Pentacles reminds you that support and assistance are rightfully yours to receive. Okay, so the tarot cards is all talking money today. So now let's braid the oracle and tarot together, bringing their voices into one sacred spiral message. An air of discontent stirs beneath the surface. Someone is unhappy, and that unrest leads them to walk away seeking closure and declaring never again. This emotional turning point mirrors the warning of the Seven of Pentacles reversed, urging mindfulness with resources and choices. Unexpected costs, whether material or energetic, call for grounding and careful reflection. Yet the Ten of Pentacles glimmers with promise. Stability and abundance are aligning in your favor, provided you honor what you have learned. The Six of Pentacles reminds you that giving and receiving are part of the same sacred flow. What you offer with sincerity often returns multiplied. This reading speaks of reclaiming sovereignty emotionally and financially. Walking away from what no longer serves you is not loss, it is liberation. Each decision to say never again clears the path for true prosperity, rooted in gratitude, wisdom, and balance. Our affirmation for this reading is: I release what no longer serves my peace. I walk forward in trust, open to abundance, grounded in gratitude, and surrounded by balance. What do you guys think? Let me know. Oof. Hey, Teresa. Oh, my shins are not happy today. I walked a lot the other day, and I'm paying for it. I'm glad to know it's resonating, John. Hey, Abdul. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, Jinx. They're screaming the last couple of days. It's kind of impressive how loudly they're screaming at us. All right. Yeah, we are quiet today. It's Friday. I think part of the reason it's so quiet today is it is Friday. Thank you, Teresa. That would be amazing. I do. Give me a second. I need to look up, because I have a business one. I have most of the... Yeah, get in touch on Discord, or... Yeah, we're on Discord together. So hit me up on Discord and I will get you the information. That is something that YouTube did, Jinx. I have no idea about it because I haven't played with it yet. Also, Teresa says the man behind the curtain is reminding me I have Venmo and Cash App, I believe it is, linked in the Linktree as well. Linktree is so awesome. I gotta figure out how to sit and not tweak that ankle today. Ugh. Yep. I have abused my body this week and I am feeling it. Wow. I should probably check my email and see if we have heard from the head witch. There we go. How do I deal with anxiety? Very, very, very carefully, ceiling fan. Generally, I meditate. I do a grounding practice. When my anxiety is really spiraling, I have CPTSD. When my anxiety is really spiraling, one of my favorites, because it's one of the easiest to remember, is the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. 5 things you can see, 4 things you can hear, 3 things you can touch, 2 things you can smell, 1 thing you can taste. Basically, you're using all 5 senses. And it helps bring you into the present moment. It helps ground you. It helps relieve some of the anxiety. Once I have done that, I do a few rounds of box breathing, which is 4 in, hold 4, 4 out, hold 4, which helps me a lot. And then if I'm still kind of antsy and anxiety that's when we do some meditation, and I tend to just kind of focus on the breathing, and because that's the only way my ADHD brain will let me meditate. I have to just keep saying in and out. in, out. And I can do in and out for a good 5 minutes without even realizing it. Which actually leads us quite nicely into our self-care cards and namaste. That is serendipity once again. Namaste tells us to find your center of power. Your power may be in your legs. Some people hold their power in their shoulders or their chest. Perhaps your power is in your core. Look for it. Feel it. Once you find it, reside in that place with your mind. Let your power grow as big as it wants to and spread all over your body. And reside here for 8 minutes. Once you find your power, you know where to look the next time you need it. Your power will also help you understand how to set up healthy boundaries to protect it. Oh God, are healthy boundaries important? Oh my gosh. And then we move to self-compassion. Dun, dun, dun. All right. Self-compassion reminds us compassion touch. Place your hands over your heart and notice if there is any tension, heaviness, or agitation. If so, send love and compassion to yourself. Try saying, I see you are suffering and I love you. Notice how those words feel as they land. That one was kind of, wow. All right, so let's see what the Witchlings have to say today. Ha 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 ha. Oh, you are so very welcome, Ceiling Fan. Oh my gosh. Trust me, anxiety is no fun to battle with. You know, they always say that you can outrun any threat and any demon. Hey, Hazel, that's who's in Oregon. Couldn't remember names. I know. But you know how we're always told you can outrun all of your demons and any threats and any challenges. What happens when those threats and demons and challenges are up here? You can't outrun yourself. You're always stuck with yourself. Newport. All right. So we're going to drink some coffee and chit-chat. Clunk. Oh, yeah. Oh yeah. How are you doing today, Hazel? I'm going to drink more coffee because that's pumpkin spice. I'm doing today. Swear to God, I saw a Luna tail. Yep. Purple black bats. Bats are cool. Oh, yeah, he's out of his bed. I sorry, John. That's kind of where I'm at, Hazel. So I live just about 1.5 miles from downtown. I walked home from downtown day before yesterday. And then last night, the bonus kid and I went to a comedy show that is made up of basically TikTokers, because that's where they got their start. I follow them all on TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, Insta. But it was great. I had a blast. I had a wonderful time, but it was 1.5 hours away from home. And so, yeah, we went down there, had a ball. Nobody asked your opinion. Sorry. It took longer than that. Traffic was a bitch. But, and then we get there, and we're cruising through the parking garage, and I pass this one car, and I'm like, oh, fuck. because for a good little bit, I honestly thought it was my ex-brother-in-law, and I'm like, oh, shit. Message the man behind the curtain going, are you thinking what I'm thinking? And he's like, fuck. And we're debating whether or not it's his car. So I text my sister-in-law, go, does this belong to who I think it does? And she's like, nah, he totaled that bitch a long time ago. And I'm like, oh, thank God, because... Mm-hmm. Aware. So, No, she told me what car he does drive. I was not adding that. But she's like, no, that's not he totaled that, he's driving something else. And I'm like, oh, thank God, because I'm at where I was last night for a show for the Gen X Takeover comedy show, and while she's like, she laughed and she's like, yep, I can see why you would be worried. Oh, anxiety attacks are evil. Hey Mimi, try the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 thing when you're having a panic and anxiety attack. It kind of helps with the grounding. Another thing that helps, weirdly, is an ice cube. Because I was taught it when I was self-injuring, to hold an ice cube because it helps curb those urges. But I've also noticed that if I'm playing with an ice cube or something when I'm in the middle of an anxiety or a panic attack, it helps ground me, because if you're holding something cold as fuck, you're not really able to focus on anything but the absolute present moment, going, oh my God, that's really cold. It's weird, but it works, right? Oh, by the way, John, yes, I'm glad that the vampires were gentle this morning. I did see that comment. All right, let's see, what else are we doing? Oh. Now we just get to hope that the results come back as positive as the bloodletting experience was. That doesn't sound right, Di. You're horrible. I am so glad you guys know what I mean, though. All right. Oh, let's see. Oh, yes, next we are doing that. Okay, so already. I'm so glad it's Friday. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. Didn't move it to the folder again because I'm a dorkfish. I know. That is awesome, John. I love it when you get a good phlebotomist. My high school sweetheart at one point wanted to go to school to become a phlebotomist. And we were talking about possibly rekindling and getting back together. And he's like, oh, and I can poke you in your sleep. Honey, that did not come out right. He's like, I noticed. But you know what I mean. I'm like, yeah. Just be warned. You jab me with a needle in my sleep and I'm likely to come up swinging. That is awesome, John. And yes, Mimi, the rubber bands and ice cubes work well. He is angrily typing. Although I'm sitting here looking at the pictures of the goddesses from the last few weeks, and they're really cool looking. All right, shall we move on? We should move on. Yes, Wim Hof is good too. Okay. All right, my darlings, my witchlings. Next, we honor the goddess of the day. She is a divine presence to inspire, guide, and walk with us on today's spiral. Today's goddess is Rai Rai, Polynesian goddess of radiant joy and youthful spirit. She brings sunshine wherever she dances. When she came to Earth to mother humanity, she scattered fairies across the elements. Tiny little guardians who laugh among the flowers, glisten in the dew, and twirl in the shafts of light. She teaches that joy is divine and that laughter, play, and wonder are sacred offerings to life itself. Today, wear white or soft pastel yellows to invoke her light and nurture your own inner child. Step outside, feel sunlight on your skin, and look for signs of her fae companions, the whisper of bells, the shimmer in the air, or a perfect circle of mushrooms. I have half a fairy circle in my backyard. Let your heart play. Through movement, warmth, and open delight, you honor Ray, and the eternal youth within your own soul. I like this goddess. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. That's who. He is making biscuits and purring loudly at my feet. I love my Kit Kat. All right, moving on to today's moment of Zen. So, finally, my darlings, we close our divination with a moment of Zen and a teaching or two from the Little Book of Zen. We have a quote from Gottfried Leibniz, and a short one from Annie Dillard. Gottfried shares with us, each portion of matter may be conceived of as a garden full of plants and as a pond full of fishes. But each branch of the plant, each member of the animal, each drop of its humors is also such a garden or such a pond. I like it. I'm enjoying the quote here from Annie Dillard. I will have to show you the picture. Annie Dillard says, "Spend the afternoon. You can't take it with you." But I'm enjoying the picture because it's probably not going to be super clear, but it's a cute little coffee pot. I think you guys can mostly see it. Is that not cute? There are a few such cute sketches throughout the book, but that one is one of my favorites. So again, Annie Dillard says, "Spend the afternoon. You cannot take it with you." And that, my witchlings, is our moment of the day. Moment of Zen for the day. I'm so glad it's Friday. I'm driving my poor husband nuts. Ooh. Ah! Murder mittens! I just kicked the cat. I just kicked the cat by accident. I found a murder mitten. All right, my witchlings, my loves, my dears. Hey, Rob. Vaguely, your name sounds familiar, which is amazing because I suck at names. Oh, I didn't hurt him. He's laying in Sergeant's bed under my desk, and I tend to stick my toes under the bed, and I went to slide my toes under the bed, and I found a kitty paw. Hey, fuzzy boys. Are you comfy down there, baby cat? Okay. Nice. Hey, Rob, how are you doing today? We are actually wrapping up, so you got here just in time for chilling with the witchlings in about 2 minutes. So, my witchlings, it is time to wrap up for the day. So let me grab the snuffer and the candle. All right. With the extinguishing of our candle, we open our circle, extending our eternal gratitude to the ancestors who joined us here today. There we go. Don't eat the smoke. Don't eat the smoke. Don't eat the smoke. All right then. Now, my darling witchlings, before we completely wrap up and take off from here, a quick little reminder. This channel. Okay. This channel is entirely supported by our witchling community. I have no corporate sponsors here. I simply have magic and love. You can find all of the ways to support me on the link tree, which is linked either up here or down there, depending on which version you're watching here. So, let's all go out and spread love, spread joy, and spread kindness. There's already enough darkness and hate. Let us please try to be beacons of light and hope for those lost in the dark. Tell your loved ones whether they walk on two legs, fly with wings, curl up in fur, glide with scales, or tiptoe on paws and claws, that they are absolutely precious to you. Moments slip away far faster than we expect, and those last goodbyes often come far too soon. And then, my witchlings, always, always, always remember, you are loved. You are wanted, you are needed, and your purpose in this world is real, even if you have yet to discover it. Took me until my late 40s to find mine. I love you all, my witchlings. So, namaste. Now, coffee. Okay. Join the Coven on Patreon for exclusive rituals, behind-the-scenes content, bonus blogs, early access to classes, and our private Discord. Tiers start at just $1 per month at patreon.com/DieTheYogaWitch. Would you like to buy your favorite Gen X witch some coffee? You can please fuel my caffeine habit at buymeacoffee.com/die.theyogawitch. All of these links are available in the description and on my link tree, which is linktree/DieTheYogaWitch. Maybe you need some personal guidance here. Go book a one-on-one yoga or coaching session, join one of my workshops, or explore rituals and services at yogawithdylin.com. As an ordained minister, I also offer blessings, ceremonies, and custom rituals for life's milestones. You can find all of that information at dietheyogawitch.com. Now we have our weekly schedule. Monday through Friday, we have Daily Divination and Self-Care at 1:30 p.m. Pacific Time. Sunday at 1:30 p.m. Pacific Time, we have Coffee and Cues with me, Die the Yoga Witch. Thursday evening, 4:30 p.m. Pacific Time, we have The Yoga Witch's Cauldron with Die the Yoga Witch, our podcast. Again, that is Thursday at 4:30 p.m. Pacific Time. Friday, 8:30 p.m. Pacific Time, we have Guided Meditation and Yoga Nidra Asana. Again, Friday nights at 8:30 p.m. We are rescheduling the Bitch and Witch, so please bear with us on that one. We will get back to you. All right. Now, stick around just a minute, Witchlings. It is time for Chilling with the Witchlings. Hey, Will, good to see you. Namaste, my witchlings, and welcome back. All right. Oh, my nose is itchy. It is Friday. I am so grateful for that right now because my brain is so ready to just be done. There we go. Insanity. I swear. Just insanity. Yes, I'm working on that, Teresa. Thank you, thank you. What the fluff? Oh, dear Lord and Lady. Skip and log in. Thank you. Oh, dude, I am so sorry. Yeah, technically I work 24/7. I really don't ever get time off, but that's, me. I am just insane sometimes, but it's fun. Yeah, he works from midnight until like 2 a.m. I work, well, let's see. He works noon to 2 a.m., not midnight to 2 a.m. See, my brain. I get up around 10:30 in the morning, and I start working around 11:30 noonish. And then, yeah, I finish around 2 a.m. most days because, well, I'm insane and I'm a night owl and I get distracted so easily. My ADD is so not good. What the hell? Okay, there we go. Yay. Fixed that. And then anytime I stress out, my asthma is very definitely stress exacerbated, so I'm losing my shit there. Alright, and let's see if I can fix this. I'm like fixing a whole bunch of cheese whiz right now, and it's just not working well. That was not what I wanted. No, I do not have my talking points yet. There we go. I was going to do that and forgot. So it's one of those days. Hey, cat. Yup. Ooh, cheese whiz is yum. Haven't eaten it in years. I used to work retail and we couldn't swear on the floor, so I got really good at yeah. Substituting new words. It's fun, let me tell ya. Oh. And I cannot believe how freaking tired well, I can. I know why I'm so damn tired today. It's freaking ridiculous. I did it to myself, and I would happily go and do it again. I'm going to throw my phone here in a second. There we go. Haha. Why? I'm working Sorry, y'all. My brain is just not entirely here. I am working on it. I'm so sorry. We're going to screw this. I'll fix that later. Ah, good to know, cat. Oops. Hi, speaking of cats. Well, if you keep your tail out from under my toes, I won't step on it. He is the one laying in with my feet, so, if I nudge him with my toes, it's his own fault. He knows my feet are there. What do you call a person who jumps into the river that flows through Paris? Insane. I should tell my future daughter-in-law that one. My future daughter-in-law is Parisian. My son told me he values his life too much to tell his future wife that he wants to name their future son Hugh, H-U-G-H. He's like, Mom, she would kill me because H-U-G-H, those are all silent letters in French. So you tell a Parisian or a French-speaking person that this is what you want to name their child, and they're going to go, you want to name them Silence? Yes. The Hef. Yeah, I'm glad you corrected that, Kat. Amy, Water in Paris, yeah. Girl, Mimi is saying life sucks sometimes. I'm frustrated with myself and how I am such a procrastinator. Hi, procrastinators unite tomorrow. I am horrible about procrastination, distraction. It's not so much that I procrastinate. It's, okay, I need to do this, but I don't have the time to do it right this second, so I'm going to get to this later, and then 50 million other things distract me. And the next time I remember this one little important detail that I needed to take care of, it's 6 weeks later, and it needed to be done the day I remembered it. Yup. See, my ADD, I will stress I will stress about the shit that I'm not getting done when I remember that it needs to get done. Have a good one, Jinx. When I remember that the shit needs to get done, I will stress the fluff out about it until I get it done. There are times that I will drive the poor man behind the curtain insane because he'll be like, can we go do this? And I'm like, no, if I do not take care of this thing here right now, it is not going to get done. And if I do not get this done, we are going to have problems. Oh, you can do it later. Honey, the last time I listened to someone tell me I could do shit later, my van got repossessed. Because we would be out and about. And I would remember that my ex-husband and we'd be out and about. And I'd remember that we needed to go put money in the ATM to make our car payment. Because we didn't have money going into that account. And he'd be like, well, do it while I'm at work tomorrow. And I'd be like, no, we are out and about now. If I wait until tomorrow, I'm going to forget to do it. Oh, no, you'll remember. Oh, let's just go home. So we'd go home. This happened for 6 months. Until the tow truck showed up to repossess our brand new car. I went batshit on him. I went batshit on all of the other adults in the house because I would say I needed to go do this. I need to do this now while I am thinking about it. And every fucking one of them would be like, oh, do it later. But yet they would all three also then turn around and look at me when I'm talking about something that they want me to go do, and I'll be like, I'll do it later. Oh, no, if you go do it later, you won't get it done. You need to do it now. But if it was something I needed to do for me, oh, no, do it later. You'll remember. There's a reason I don't speak to most of my birth family anymore. Exactly. As Kat says, ADHD means later never comes. Or if it does, it comes in the form of the ADHD tax that sometimes gets pretty fucking expensive. My former best friend learned a rather expensive ADHD tax. She and her son had a drone that they had purchased for him up here and left it sitting outside. And I'm like, y'all are going to want to bring that in. It's due to start raining soon. Oh, we'll go get it in a little bit. 2 hours later, it's pouring down cats and dogs outside. And I'm like, did y'all ever bring the drone in the house? Because it's pouring down rain out there. Oh no, we forgot. Well, there's $200 down the fucking drain for you, right? Yeah. You would think we would learn eventually. We don't. It's stressful. It's frustrating. Now imagine being married to this. You want people who deserve the fucking Nobel Peace Prize? I swear, any neurotypical person married to a non-neurotypical person deserves a fucking Peace Prize. They deserve a fucking Purple Heart and all sorts of, combat ribbons. Give it an umbrella, it'll be fine. We ended up dumping it in rice, and it did survive. But then the son almost didn't, because he likes to stim by running his fingers through the rice. And the noise drives his mother nuts, which I think is part of why he stims that way. But I didn't say that. So yeah, it was an entertaining few days in my house during that trip. And right now I can't even remember which trip up it was, because they've been up here a few times now. There are aspects of that relationship that I miss, but not many. Most of them I have maintained by maintaining a relationship with the kids. Speaking of, my non-biological daughter just adopted twin Maine Coon kittens. It's going to be interesting because she just adopted Maine Coon kittens, and she is pregnant with twin humans that we are expecting at this point around Halloween. I love my daughter. I sometimes question her sanity, but I love my daughter. She's a good kid. I cannot imagine going from 2 to 4 kids in one fell swoop. I barely survived 2 and then 3 kids. 4? Nope. Oh, that is so stressful, Mimi. I am so sorry. Mimi says that 2 days this week she's gotten notice that certain things she's going to lose, and she has to take care of it before the end of the year, and it is almost the middle of October. You have a Bengal. Oh, Bengals are gorgeous cats, let me say that. Attitudinal as hell, too, from what I understand. Maine Coons are great. Apparently talkative. My little furry overlord is nowhere near as... He got the size genes from the Maine Coon. I've seen them. She's gorgeous. I love Bengals because they are just such pretty cats. But I've also only owned 2 gingers and a passel of blacks. Okay, I have had a clouder of blacks. It started with Baby, who was a kitten that someone tried to drown in my dog's water bowl. So my brother rescued her. And at the time, this was back in the 80s when, indoor-outdoor cats were the thing. So she was allowed out. We did not fix either of our cats. So she was in and out, and she came down pregnant right around the time that my brother went to Army basic training. So guess who got to keep the cat from becoming Mom's cello strings? That was her first litter. She had a second litter at some point. I don't remember time frame. But she was just the prettiest black cat. Gave birth to fluffy little black kittens. We kept one of the kittens. And then we moved. And I found out many, many years later that my brother just dumped the cats. Did not rehome them. Just took them out and dumped them. I was pissed. And then after that, I did not have another pet until I moved in here, and pre-made family with 3 dogs. And then 10 years ago, we got the furry overlord. I can't believe he's 10. 10. He's playing with stuff on my screen, so I'm distracted. So I think the decision has been made that we are going to start doing Bitch and Witch 4:30 Tuesday afternoons to balance out podcast on Thursdays, because I desperately need Saturdays off. I need to be able to take Saturday to do personal stuff and record some of the classes and stuff that we're going to be releasing. Yeah. So we need a day off where we can just relax. Yeah. Oh, goodness gracious, Crafe. Did I find you? I did find a paw again. Okay. See, when Sergeant is laying in his bed under my desk, I don't worry about sticking my toes down there and sticking them under the bed, because he stays curled up inside the bed. Sort of. When he's not laying with his ass off the bed. Fuzzbutt, nope. He sprawls. And I have long legs. And so much crap stuffed under my desk that, I can't stretch my legs out very well. I cannot wait until I reorganize my office. I'm babbling at you guys, I'm sorry. I cannot wait until I reorganize my office and I can gain access to my closet and take some of the shit that's under my desk and stuff it in the closet. Yeah, that's not going to happen anytime soon. But yeah, let's see, what else am I up to? I have no idea what I'm doing. Oh, Jiminy Christmas. All right. Hey, Amy. Yup. Oh, yeah. There are some dead branches in our family tree. That sounded funny. R&R is definitely needed right now. I'll fill you in. Poor Amy has been sick as a dog lately, and I feel so bad. Oh. Ugh. I'm yawning because I was out and about and having a gay old time last night. It was so much fun, though. It was so much fun. I think half of the fun, though, was watching Kat enjoy it far more than she thought she was going to. Not yet, Mimi. More what I need is, I need, to corral my social media crew and get them to start helping a little more there. And I've got a couple of other things that I'm working on. I may tap you here in a little bit to help me with some stuff, so we will talk soon. What else am I doing? I've got some stuff I need to take care of. Yeah. Ow. Neck just popped. Let's see, what else am I doing? I'm also going to have a minor procedure done. I gotta check the calendar because I'm trying to give you guys a heads up. I should be streaming that day, but let me confirm what time I have it set for. I want to say it's this day. Nope. Human dinner. Alright. When the hell did I set that up? I know I set it up. I know it is. And I can't for the life of me remember when the fuck I did it. October 20th. 20th. There we go. Monday the 20th. So I was one day off. There we go. So Tuesday the 21st, I may be slightly wigglier and squigglier than I normally am. Because I am having a minor procedure done to the center of my back. That's going to be fun. For those of you who are still interested, yes, I know it is starting on Monday, but we do have Sacred Spiral Flow starting on Monday. I will talk more about it in the Discord for those of you who are there. We'll see how things are going. So let's see. Let's see, what else are we doing next week? Read. Yes, I am planning on it, Amy. I need to harass Kat about it. Yes, I would greatly appreciate that, John. I will never turn down prayers. You know, it's going to come up real shortly because we're getting into the holiday season. I need to say something. If you want to say Merry Christmas to me, please say Merry Christmas. If you want to say Blessed Yule, Merry Yule, say either of those. If you want to say Happy Hanukkah or Happy Kwanzaa, go for it. I am not going to complain, and I will probably respond with the same thing you said to me, because my way of looking at it is, yes, I am not Christian, but a vast majority of my countrymen here are, and those who are not. Most of the non-Christians celebrate either Hanukkah or Kwanzaa. And you know what? More power to you. I am perfectly happy to acknowledge it. And if you are going to take that 10 seconds out of your day to wish me well, I'm going to do exactly the same thing to you. I go to Costco, and there's one of the guys who's the receipt checkers who says, God bless you. And I always smile and say thank you, even though I am not a Christian person, because you know what? He took those 10 seconds out of his day to acknowledge my presence. I am going to be polite and courteous right back to him. I do not understand these people who throw their freaking tantrums and hissy fits over the fact that where there are 20-some different holidays between the 1st of December and the end of December, or even better, from mid-November through the end of December. There are like 20-some different holidays. So the easiest way to cover it and make sure that you are not upsetting anybody by ignoring their preferred holiday is by saying Happy Holidays. I grew up in a little bitty freaking conservative town in Southern Oregon in the 80s. Okay? Early 80s is what I'm thinking here. And the only reason I know it was early 80s is the business I am envisioning in my head. There was this pharmacy that he would paint his window and say Happy Holidays. He'd do it beginning to mid-November. And I always figured that it was because, you know, he was covering Thanksgiving, Hanukkah, Christmas, and New Year. Happy holidays, right? Because, you know, I'm a little kid. Kwanzaa wasn't a thing yet. Sure as hell didn't know anything about the pagan Yule traditions or any of the other holidays that pop up in that time frame. So, and it was always explained to me that it covers all of the holidays. And I'm like, cool. So why is it such a huge fucking deal today to start saying Happy Holidays at Thanksgiving? Why do you have to specify what holiday you're referring to? Because if I'm not going to see you until the end of December, and it's mid-November now, I'm just going to say have a happy holiday, happy holidays, or have a happy holiday season, because you got like 4 holidays between now and the next time I'm going to see ya. Please explain this one to me. It is not a war on Christianity. It is a simple acknowledgement that even if it's the 23rd of December, you say happy holidays because you're not going to see them until after the 1st of January. You're covering Christmas and New Year's. Those are 2 holidays. Hence, happy holidays. Am I insane, or do I have a... Or is there logic behind what I'm thinking? Please tell me, because I am very confused by this one. Not as confused as I am when I walk into Torrid the day before Halloween and they're playing Christmas music, but I digress. It drives me more insane than I already am when these, and it's usually the Megamites who do it. And they're screaming, it's a war on Christmas. No, it's acknowledging that there's Christmas, New Year's, Hanukkah, and all sorts of shit all happening at the same fucking time. Yes, please go use your inhaler, sweetheart. Binary of social media. Conservative snowflake. Well, yes, I know I'm insane, but thank you for acknowledging that there is logic there. Exactly. Muslims who are not into Christmas at all will say, Merry Christmas to you. Hell, I have known Jehovah's Witnesses. Jehovah's fucking Witnesses who don't do birthdays, don't do holidays, don't do any of that shit. But they knew that I did, so they would say Happy Holidays or Merry Christmas or whatnot to me. So even my own mother, who was a MAGA, I'm sorry, don't mean to be yelling, but even my own mother, who was a MAGA-mite, was not upset, was not particularly, I moved to the right. But even my mother, who was a MAGA-mite, was not particularly about the Merry Christmas thing. And she was the one that taught me the whole Happy Holidays covers everything from, the middle of November through New Year's. Yeah, through the middle of January, because there's a couple of more holidays after my birthday. That's right, there is Epiphany, which is 12th night, which... No duh, you don't. Well, yeah, because I'm sure a lot of you don't know. How many of us, besides Amy, because I have a feeling Amy knows this as well, how many of us know what Epiphany actually is and why it's a holiday? Yep, I know that one too, John. Oh, I'm waiting for anybody to say answer if they know what Epiphany is, because it's one of my favorite holidays. Nobody's answering. Okay. So, I know. So, yes! Exactly! Same. I have gotten into raging, screaming arguments with people over this one. So, we have the 12 days of Christmas. Good girl. We have the 12 days of Christmas. Now, what many people don't realize, most people think that the 12 days of Christmas start on the 13th of December. You are wrong. The 12 days of Christmas start on Christmas Day, and the 12th day of Christmas is 12th night or Epiphany. And what Epiphany is and why it is called 12th night is it took the 3 wise men 12 days from the night they spotted that star to travel from wherever the fuck they were that I can't remember to Bethlehem to visit the baby Jesus. This is when they gave the baby Jesus his gifts of frankincense, myrrh, and gold. And our tradition of doing gifts on Christmas Day stems from our tradition of giving birthday gifts, because Christmas Day is Jesus's birthday. But if we really wanted to follow the biblical tradition, we would not exchange gifts until 12th night. I know, right, John? But John is saying that they had southern trains then. That's about how long the train company would take to get them there. But My frustration with Christianity is showing again, but everybody is like, oh, it's Christmas, it's Jesus' birthday, Merry Christmas, happy birthday, Jesus, blah, blah, blah. When the Bible itself says that Jesus did not receive his birthday gifts from the three kings until 12th night. And he was receiving gifts from the day of his birth until Goddess only knows when. Exactly, Amy. We're autistic pagans who were raised Episcopalian and get really angry and frustrated by this shit. Because come on, you people say you've read the Bible, but yet you do so many things. We're not. But you don't actually fucking read it and know what the hell it says. Monty Mater the other day, and I know I mentioned this on stream, but Monty Mater the other day was talking about this school official who wants to put the Ten Commandments in classes. Yes, you are correct, Mimi. He was born in somewhere between April and June because, as the shepherds watched their flocks by night, the shepherds are not out in the fields in December. The shepherds are out in the fields in the springtime. They're not grazing sheep in the dead of winter. There's no fucking grass to graze them on. This is one of my rants because I did finally, I had heard the arguments that he wasn't actually born in December, and the one that really got me was that one. As the shepherds watched their flocks by night, the angel appeared to them and said, "Be not afraid." And if you do your research, even today, if you think about it, the shepherds are not guarding their flocks by night in the middle of or in late fucking December, because there's snow on the ground, even over there. And the better part is the fact that they show so much sand. I'm ranting. I like it, John. John says, while the shepherds washed their socks by night, all seated round the tub, the angel of the Lord came down and gave them all a scrub. Was I on stream when I was doing the, Grace commentary the other day? Was that you and me talking? Oh, he's making coffee, son of a bitch. Actually, his mother's a very nice lady. Did I tell you guys about my grandfather saying grace at Thanksgiving the other day? Because that sounds very much like something my grandfather would do. They are, Mimi. That's the thing. Mimi says she swears people are idiots. They are. But the problem is, oh, dear Lord. Okay. So we all know my grandfather. And this particular rant or story starts with the fact that my family was at dinner at a rather crowded restaurant one night, and my grandfather was getting slightly overwhelmed by the noise. So as the family's dinner was deposited in front of them, my grandfather decided to be an asshole, because he was wearing his collar. I think we had come from church or some shit. So grandfather decides to go, "Let us pray." Immediately the sound in the restaurant went whoop. Everybody was silent. My grandfather said a brief prayer over the family meal, and everybody went back to normal, but the volume of the restaurant stayed lower. So he accomplished what he was trying to do. And then another time, we were in Woodburn and had invited the grandparents to come down for Thanksgiving, and they chose to, oddly. They didn't normally. And two things happened when my grandfather first walked in the house. The very first thing, my mom had recently permed her hair. So grandparents walk in, grandfather looks at his daughter and goes, "Oh, you look like you stuck your finger in a light socket." Then he proceeds to walk over to my favorite chair, and it sits this way. So if I'm sitting in the chair properly, I'm facing this way, right? So he walks up to my favorite chair, stands at it this way, and scoots up so that it hits him at the arm of the chair is at the back of his knees and just kind of flops into the chair. My grandmother says, "Father!" My mom goes, I'm trying to break your granddaughter of that habit. And he's like, so? Oops. And I'm like, see? You see where I get it from? You see where I get it from? The attitude, too. Thought I was going to get smacked for that one. Meanwhile, my grandfather is rolling with laughter in the chair. And then dinner is ready, so we're all gathered around the table, and my mom, being my mom, looks at her dad and says, Daddy, would you like to say grace over the meal? So he goes, Grace. My grandmother goes, Father! And my mom's just like, seriously? So he's like, okay, fine. Good bread, good meat, good Lord, let's eat. And then shoves food in his mouth. How my mom didn't figure out where I got my attitude from, I have no idea. Because I am 100% my grandfather's grandchild. Love that man. Oh, no, wait. There was more to it. It was good bread, good meat, good Lord, let's eat in the name of Daddy-o, Laddie-o, and Spook. Yep. He got it from grandfather. Good bread, good meat, good food, good meat, good Lord, let's eat. Good bread, good meat, good Lord, let's eat in the name of Daddy-o, Laddie-o, and Spook. Let's eat. Yeah. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to smack the mic again. But yeah, my grandfather had one hell of a sense of humor. Loved him. Daddy-o, Laddie-o, and Spook apparently came from some movie. Rub-a-dub-dub, thanks for the grub. Yay, God was another one he would use. Yup. God, I miss that one. I miss him so much. He had the most amazing sense of humor about some of the absolute worst shit. And I have come to learn that is a military coping mechanism. And if you are military and law enforcement, you are even worse. My family and I were sitting at a restaurant with our favorite cop. And there had been a fire recently caused by someone with a candle looking under a bed for their cat. Caught the bed on fire. And I don't remember if the humans survived, but unfortunately Kitty did not. So my parents and I are sitting there with this cop coming up with names for the cat. Because, Smoky, Charcoal, Ashes, I can't remember any of the others, but they were all along those lines. And I now looking back, I can understand why we were getting the dirty looks we were, because it was bad. Brisket was another one we came up with. Barbecue, Barbie, short for barbecue. Yeah. But it is very much a law enforcement coping mechanism there and a military. So this explains to a lot of people why I am as warped and demented as I am. As soon as I tell them my grandfather was a submarine line officer, a research chemist, and then became a priest, and then my daddy was a submariner and became a cop, they're like, oh God, you're fucked. Yeah. I just... And my mother wondered why I'm as weird as I am. You made me. And this is why I don't... We had new title cards? Yes, John has commented on them a couple of times. Rainy days ahead. This is true. See, my weirdness apparently mixes well with the rest of the family. And I did not realize this. There's a toe. Nope, that's a tail. And a toe. Sorry. But yeah, oh my God. I love finding out that I fit in well with the rest of my family. Oh, those! Well, those are cool. He's showing me that he used new title cards today. This man and Canva, I swear. best fucking expense I spend every month, because it is so worth it, especially with the number of us that use it. There's a bot in the Discord. We have a bunch of bots in the Discord. Okay. He's looking. Daddy Oladio and Spook. Apparently Daddy Oladio and Spook came from a movie, though, to my understanding. What? Where is it, Amy? Give me 1 second. Coordinating something. Oh, okay. Astrobot, Esther, is Astery not where it belongs? Thank you. Oh. Ah. Okay. Oh, that's why. John is asking if there's a decent virtual tarot deck for a phone. Let me do some research there, John. I got confused. Hey, Di, you already turned it off. Awesome. But yeah, see, Mimi, my thing was I always knew I was the black sheep of the family, which, you know, I just accepted that and continued on with life. But now that I am learning more about my mother's family, I am realizing what happened. Being the black sheep of the black sheep's family means I'm actually the white sheep. Well, no, I'm the rainbow sheep now, but you know, because I am learning more and more and more courtesy of Amy and the clan that she is currently residing, cohabitating with. I am so much like her family. And you know, there is a part of me that thinks that is yet another reason that she hated me. Yes, I saw the baby sheepies bad. Okay, so sheep. My poor little brother. I am going to have such wonderful dreams tonight because I'm telling this story. My darling little brother lived in a small town in the Willamette Valley where there wasn't a whole lot of shit to do. Except go out and drive around, and there are a fuck ton of sheep. So he and his high school girlfriend are cruising around, and they're out on one of the back roads, and his ex-girlfriend had learned to mimic sheep quite well. And they're cruising around, and they're looking at the sheep and making fun of the sheep that are in the field on the side of the road. He does not notice the ginormous pothole that he hits, and she had just started to, as he hit the pothole, cut it off in the middle of the pothole. And he's freaking out going, oh shit, I hit a sheep, I hit a sheep, I hit a sheep. So they pull over, and he's just sitting there for like 20 minutes. I hit a sheep, I hit a sheep. Finally, a cop comes by and pulls up behind him and comes up to the window, knocks on the window, and he rolls the window down. I hit a sheep, I hit a sheep, I hit a sheep. And the cop's going, I don't see anything. So the girlfriend does it and cuts it off, and my little brother's like, I hit a sheep, I hit a sheep. And the cop's like, we're good. Y'all have a good night, okay? You might want to go home now. And he's like, I hit a sheep, I hit a sheep. So he starts driving off. I used to torture that poor boy We went to the state fair here, and I'm walking through the fairgrounds, going to find the kids or some shit, and I walk past the sheep as they're bleeding. So me, being the horrific evil bitch that I am, I record the sound of the sheep and text it to him. And about 5 minutes later, I get a text back, all caps, "Fuck you, you fucking bitch." I am so horrible. I love my little brother. He's now bleeding in my ear. It's hilarious. That poor man. Yes, goats are worse. But see, you can't get the sheep sound right if you don't stick your tongue completely out of your mouth. It looks bad, but I got really good at it for a while. I have coffee tongue. Yep. But yeah, it's great. Let me tell you what. I am horrible. I love that boy. I love him to death, though. I miss him so much. Hoy, life is good. I had a pet sheep at one point, apparently. It was a little black lammy. My dad's partner, as well as being a county sheriff's deputy, he had a farm or ranch thing, whatever. He had animals. And one of the lambs took a liking to me and would follow me everywhere. My family dubbed me Mary for about 2 months. Mary had a little lamb. I have no memory of this, but apparently I had a pet lamb for a while. A nagging feeling about goats. Yes. I used to love the little billy goats, the tiny goats. But hey guys, why does the Navy transport Marines everywhere when they're going overseas for any length of time? Because it would be too obvious if they brought a bunch of sheep on board. Same. Oh no! So what was I saying? Billy goats. So apparently one of the few times that my dad's mother came to visit us, we went to a petting zoo, and I wanted to go see the pygmy goats, and we went to see the pygmy goats, and one of the pygmy goats decided to headbutt my grandmother in the ass as she was bent over doing something for me, so we were never allowed to go see the pygmy goats again when Grandma was around. Mary had a little lamb. She tied it to a pylon. 1,000 volts went up its ass, and now it's wool as nylon. Love it. I was that child in kindergarten that my brothers told me Mary had a little lamb, Jack and Jill went up the hill to fetch a pail of water. Silly Jill forgot her pill, and now they got a daughter. I told this to my kindergarten class. My teachers are like, "Where did you learn that?" "My brothers taught me." My brothers were banned from the classroom for the rest of the school year. Yeah. Oh no! Oh no! So Kat is here in town, and she was going to head my way, but apparently her key has died. She's in her car and it will not turn on. Oh no. Give me a moment. Okay, she got it now. Thank the gods. I don't know, but she says we're gonna go, I think she's headed to go grab drugs for us. Nothing like a great Catholic education. Yup. Oh, she's on her way to O'Reilly. She originally said Napa. Oh, fuck. Well, at least she's not using me for my discount today. So at one point after my family moved to the Portland metro area, the incubator was considering enrolling me at Oregon Episcopal School. My grandfather looked at her and said, "If you enroll my granddaughter in that school, I will disown you." I did not go to OES. And ironically, the school that she enrolled me at was the local public. And one of my classmates that I rapidly befriended had been a student at OES up until that year. And she's like, "Yeah, you don't want to go there. It's cliquey and evil and horrible. And just no, I wanted to come to public school." I'm like, damn. Well, that's why Grandpa said not to put me there. Grandpa was a wise man. And as I say, Grandpa was a wise man, my brain puts my grandfather into wizard robes and lengthens his beard a little bit. Can I throw a sock at you? I'm gonna sock you. Here we go. Where is it? I'm gonna sock him. Yes, it's a peanut sock. Yeah. It's got lots of dog fur on it. I want a sheep. He was a very wise ass. Now, as for Kat saying she wants a sheep, I am on a roll today, y'all. Easter, while I was pregnant with my oldest, my ex-mother-in-law bought me this cute little lammy that when you squeezed it, it would go bah, bah, bah. Meh. I loved that damn thing. It was great. So I have moved into my apartment, finally not living with my mother-in-law, living in my own apartment in the same apartment complex with my brother and sister-in-law. And it was decided my brother would get a key to my apartment for safety, right? Because, I'm 19 years old, or 20 years old, hugely pregnant. God only knows what could happen to me. And I am sound asleep one morning, content, happy, snoring away. And I wake up to bah, meh, meh, meh. So I'm like, what the fuck? Kind of try to open my eyes and come to life. That fucking sheep was right here. My brother had decided to come into my apartment and wake me up. He was very lucky I hadn't started sleeping with a weapon under my pillow yet, because I probably would have hucked it at him. Yeah, he didn't do that again. Very wise. I miss that sheep, though. It was a cute little thing. So as far as Kat saying she wants a sheep, wait until Easter time, and you can get some really cute stuffed sheep. Because live sheep, nope, they are messy as fuck. And then you have to worry about shearing them. Because if you do not shear a sheep, it's going to end up... Oh, no, it's not very pleasant for the sheepy either. Yeah. He barely survived. And I was hugely pregnant. More stories. My brain is on a roll. See, my ADHD is on fire right now. I know this one will probably take about the last 5 minutes. So, I love country music. I love dancing, and so did my brother and sister-in-law. So I'm monster pregnant with my child, my oldest. And the family decides to go to this bar that's an hour and a half north of where we live. And my brother and I enjoy dancing together. We've been doing it since we were kids. That did not sound right. So he drags me out on the dance floor, and he can spin me, and we can do this. And he's getting more and more frustrated because he's used to being able to spin me, and I just kind of stop on a dime, right? I'm not being able to stop as quickly as he's anticipating. And we get done with that song, and we go back over, and he's bitching at Mom about this. And I had to laugh because my mother looked at him and said, well, take a look at your sister. Do you see how much extra ballast she has there? Could you stop that on a dime? And he looks and he goes, you have a point. I hadn't considered that. My sister-in-law smacked him. We're a violent family. I am realizing this. The more I am exposed to families that did not act like mine growing up, we are a violent family. But that one was fun. That was the night that I learned, let's see, which fucking line dance did I learn that night? I don't remember, but it involved a jump. Shit. Can't remember which one it is, but it's one of my favorites now. But yeah. The things my brother did not think about with a pregnant woman. Love him. But that was fun. And then line dancing, doing the Cotton-Eyed Joe. Try doing Cotton-Eyed Joe in... The platform on the boots was about 2.5 inches, and then the actual heel was another 3 to 4 inches. It is? I am so sorry. How did I not notice somebody walk into the bathroom? Makes sense. That's true. Boy, he's a ninja. Almost as bad as, some ginger ninjas. I said some ginger ninjas. I did not say the ginger ninja. We have other ginger ninjas that can, sneak up. Although the ginger ninja is quite good at sneaking up on me and I not realize it. Most people cannot walk up on me with me not realize that they have approached me. My son, on the other hand, can walk up and put his chin on my shoulder without me noticing he's there until the chin makes contact. Although these days he's more likely to try to put his chin on the top of my head, but he's not quite that tall yet. Yes, John, that is so very much something my husband and I would say. The car in the garage is the red-headed stepchild, so yep, it's a ginger ninja. I am. We got 1 minute and 10 seconds. Whoop whoop. We're good. Let's see, what else are we doing? So, yeah. I know, Mimi. Okay, y'all. It is time to wrap up, so I am going to do our typical and say, please go out there and spread love, spread joy, and spread kindness. Because there's so much hate and discontent. Can we please not add to it? Please try to be a beacon of light and hope for those who have lost their way. Let your loved ones, be they human, scaly, furry, or feather, know that you love them beyond measure because we do not know how long we have with them, and that 2 a.m. phone call sucks. And then, my darling witchlings, please always, always, always remember that you are loved. You are wanted, and you genuinely are needed here. And please trust me when I say you have a purpose here, even if you have not figured it out. I was 45 before I figured mine out. I love you all to pieces, and I will see you guys Sunday. I love you all. Namaste, my witchlings.